Guys, what's the deal with the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes? Is it better value to grab one of those, or is it better value just to buy a regular ETB? Let's go find out. G'day guys, welcome back to the Chase Card. Today, I'm going to be looking at 10 Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes, specifically from the Sword and Shield era. And what I want to know, are the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes really worth the hefty price tag and paying that extra bit of money for? Or are they simply overvalued in comparison to the regular Elite Trainer boxes? Today, I'm going to crunch the numbers so you don't have to. Stick around, we're going to see which ones are overvalued and which ones are a good pickup. Let's get into it. Okay guys, straight into it. In no particular order, here are the 10 Sword and Shield Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes that I'm going to go through, starting with Evolving Skies. Now, Evolving Skies actually has two different Elite Trainer box designs. For sake of convenience and ease for the video, I've paired them together, okay? So the Pokemon Center Evolving Skies ETB as a pair is $356. Now, that's almost $180 per box. You get 10 booster packs in each box. So that's 20 in total. Almost $360. Price per pack, you're looking at almost $18 per booster pack. To me, that's a bit too expensive. I think these Pokemon Center ETBs for Evolving Skies are a bit steep. I understand for a Pokemon Center ETB, you do have to pay a premium, but not that much of a premium. $360 for the pair. How does that compare to a regular Evolving Skies ETB? Here's the regular ETB pair, $187. The other set was $356. This set's $187. Why would you buy the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs when you can buy the regular two ETBs for $165 or so cheaper? What are you really getting in the Pokemon Center version? 2 extra booster packs in each box. It's a pair, so 4 extra booster packs. Really? You're going to pay $165 more for 4 extra booster packs. Now, you might not evaluate things that way. You may say, Ben, you're wrong. These are an exclusive product. They're going to do well over time. I'm happy to pay a premium for a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, but not that much of a premium. Not $40 per packet more as a premium. To me, that's a rip-off. They've overshot, the market's overshot the price on this one. The Pokemon Center ETBs, I think, are a rip-off. And in fact, the regular ETBs, the booster pack price per pack, actually looks a little bit cheaper than even the booster box. So these are a great pickup. I'm not going anywhere near the Pokemon Center ETBs so far as Evolving Skies goes. Next on the list, Fusion Strike, one of the most underrated sets from Sword and Shield. People are going to realize in the next 6 to 12, 18 months even, that Fusion Strike is in the top, I would say the top 3 sets to come out of Sword and Shield, and this thing is going to take off. Now, that doesn't mean we just pay any ridiculous price, right? So the Pokemon Center Fusion Strike ETB is $58. There's 10 packets in this one. It's $5.80 a pack. It's not hard to do the math on that one. And you don't need to worry, I've done the numbers for you. And I'm working it out as we go along as well. So $5.80 per booster pack for the Fusion Strike Pokemon Center ETB. What's the regular ETB doing? $40. So $58 to $40. This one has 2 packets less. So for the Pokemon Center ETB with Fusion Strike, you're paying $18 more for 2 extra booster packs. That's a slight premium, but much more reasonable than what we just saw from Evolving Skies. So I would say, so far as Fusion Strike Pokemon Center ETB goes, I think this is a good pickup. I would definitely be considering putting the Pokemon Center Fusion Strike ETB in your collection. It's not too expensive in comparison to the regular ETB, and it's not a bad little premium to pay, especially for one of the best sets from Sword and Shield. Fusion Strike Pokemon Center ETB is a hit. That's a yes from me. Moving on. Lost Origin Pokemon Center ETB. $62. Let's see what the price has done in the last 6 months. It's come off a little bit, not much. It did go down from $66 to $56 late last year, and back up to $62 now. Again, you get 10 booster packs in the Lost Origin Pokemon Center ETB. You get 8 booster packs in the regular one for $36. This one starts getting a little grey with the Lost Origin. Again, one of the best sets from Sword and Shield. I would say this is going to be in the top 4 sets from Sword and Shield is Lost Origin. Great set.
$36 for the regular ETB, $62 for the premium. So you're really paying about $16 extra for 2 extra packets. That's starting to get up there, but still, I would say I'm on the fence with this one. It's not a bad pickup. It's not a bad pickup. I think I'd still rather buy a couple of regular ETBs. I think anything under $60 for the Pokemon Center ETB is probably worth looking at. It's pretty much there. I'm not going to say it's a hit or a miss. It's not too bad. It's not too bad, that price. If you want to pick it up, I don't think you can go far wrong in the coming years. So that's the Lost Origin one. I'm a little bit grey on that one. It's not a bad pickup. It's not too expensive. Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETB, next on the list. This one, where are you? Back in June last year was $63. It's come all the way down from $63 down to $50, sitting at $51 now. Again, 10 booster packs. All the Pokemon Center ETBs have 10 booster packs for the Pokemon Center ones, unless it's a special set. So this one's got 10 booster packs, $51. That's $5.10 per booster pack versus the regular ETB, which is $38. So that's not too bad. I'm not sure what that works out at. What are we at? $38 to $51. You're paying $13 more for the Pokemon Center exclusive for the 2 extra packs. That's not a bad pickup. That's not a bad pickup. Now these ones don't have a promo card inside them like the new ETBs that we get or like the special sets do. So they don't have a promo card. There's nothing to talk about in regards to that. We're strictly looking at the booster packs and the value with inside these boxes so far as how many booster packs and at what price. That's not a bad little premium to pay. $13 more, I think I said. Was it $13 more? Yeah, $13 more for the Pokemon Center version for Brilliant Stars. That's a good pickup. For me, that's a hit. That's a yes. That's a good Pokemon Center ETB to grab. Down here in Australia, we get absolutely scalped on the Pokemon Center ETBs. So this video is more geared at the American viewer. Down here in Australia, honestly, we pay 2 to 3 times the price for a Pokemon Center ETB versus a regular one. So to all my Australian neighbours watching, be a bit more selective with the Pokemon Center ETB pickups because we really get screwed on price. Okay, I've done with my rant. Moving on, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Center ETB, $63. Now this one is a special set, so you don't get 10 booster packs, you get 12. Okay, the regular set has 10 in relation to this one. So 12 booster packs at $63. Not a bad pickup. Not a bad pickup at all. We've got the regular ETB for $41 with 10 booster packs. So you're paying $4.10 per booster pack. And not much more for the 12 packs. It's a slight premium to the regular ETB. But the Pokemon Go, Pokemon Center, Elite Trainer Box, God, that's a mouthful. $41 for the regular one, so you're paying $12 more for the premium one. That's a good pickup. So in the States, if you can get this for what TCG player is telling me you can buy this at, $63, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Center ETB is a yes. It's a good pickup. It's a good pickup. It's not a rip-off at all. Astral Radiance, pardon me. Astral Radiance, Pokemon Center ETB. God, this thing's come down a bit in price. 6 months ago it was $58. It's now just under $50 for the Astral Radiance one. $49 for the Pokemon Center. This is a good pickup, I think. 10 booster packs, $49. You're looking at $4.90 per booster pack. With a lot of these, when I talk about the value with inside of them, obviously most of the time it's cheaper to get the booster box. But we're talking about Elite Trainer boxes specifically today, so I'm just doing a comparison on these two. I don't want to mix it up with booster boxes. It's a whole different topic. Booster boxes are typically going to be the cheapest way to go in most occasions. But the Pokemon Center Astral Radiance ETB, $49. The regular one, $33. So that has 8 packets, okay? So for the Pokemon Center one, you're paying $16 more for 2 extra packets. Again, a little bit of a premium, but considering it's an exclusive product, I would say again, this is a yes. This is a hit. It's worth picking up at this price. I don't think you're getting scalped too heavy on that one. That's not a rip-off at all. Astral Radiance is a yes for the Pokemon Center ETB. This one is a different story. And it's a shame to say this because this is one of my most favourite sets. Crown Zenith. I don't think I've opened up any product more than what I've opened up Crown Zenith. I absolutely love Crown Zenith. I've been buying so much of this stuff over the last 12 months. And it's unfortunate to say this, but the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB for Crown Zenith is $120. You get 12 booster packs. So you're talking about $10 per booster pack. Yes, there's a promo card in here, but in the Sword and Shield era, they didn't put the Pokemon Center stamp on these promo cards. So it's the same promo card you get in the regular ETB. It's not enough to really set it apart. So the Pokemon Center ETB for Crown Zenith, $120, $10 a packet. The regular ETB you can see here is $42. Almost $80 cheaper. In fact, for $6 more, you could buy 3 regular ETBs of Crown Zenith over the Pokemon Center one. Again, it's a freaking awesome set, Crown Zenith. But am I going to pay almost triple the price for 2 extra packets? I don't like paying $80 more for 2 packets. That's $40 a packet. I'm happy to pay a premium, but I'm not paying that much of a premium. Unfortunately, as much as I love this Pokemon Center Crown Zenith ETB, it's a huge rip-off. Silver Tempest Pokemon Center ETB, next on the list. Silver Tempest, not a bad set. I really love the Lugia Chase card in Silver Tempest, to be honest. I'd love to pick it up in a PSA 10. But that aside, the Pokemon Center ETB is $74 for 10 booster packs. So you're paying $7.40 per booster pack. It's a bit pricey for Silver Tempest booster packs. I don't care how scarce this Pokemon Center ETB is, how exclusive it is. I don't want to get ripped off. The regular one's $30. The regular Silver Tempest ETB is $30. Less than half the price. Again, I'd rather pay for 2 ETBs for Silver Tempest cheaper than the Pokemon Center ETB. The Silver Tempest Pokemon Center ETB, it's a no from me. It's a rip-off. Silver Tempest ETB, great pickup. Really good pickup. Grab a couple of regular ETBs, steer clear of the Pokemon Center ETB. I think it'll drop, if not stay stagnant for a long time until the market catches up with it. Chilling Rain. Finally, we have some more value again. Chilling Rain, arguably the second best set from Sword and Shield. Not necessarily the best value for money because the booster box has already gone up a bit in price. But $57 for the Pokemon Center ETB for Chilling Rain. Was up at $62 a few months ago. Now it's down to $57. 10 booster packs, $5.70 per booster pack. It works out at. So that's not a bad pickup for a Chilling Rain ETB, Pokemon Center ETB rather. The regular one is $46. So you're only paying $11 more for the Pokemon Center Chilling Rain ETB. $11 more. That's a good score. This is one of the best value Pokemon Center ETBs on this list. That's really good value, guys. I would say definitely look at picking up the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. That's a good score, I think. I think we're down to the last one, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the content so I can keep making these videos. And to those handful of subscribers already subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been great. You guys have found me in like a needle in a haystack at the moment with such a small channel. The internet's a big old place. So $109 for the Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB. $109. This one I didn't want to really compare to the regular ETB. It's very different. You've got 13 Celebration booster packs in this Pokemon Center exclusive. And I think it's 6 regular booster packs from the Sword and Shield era, which I think off memory is a couple of Chilling Rain, a couple of Vivid Voltage, a Darkness Ablaze maybe. I can't remember what the 6th one is. But 6 Sword and Shield booster packs, 13 Celebration booster packs. You've got 19 booster packs in total. Granted, the Celebrations booster packs only have 4 cards in them. It is a small set. But that's all we can go off is the booster pack price, right? So $109 for 19 booster packs. That's really good value. I think, I might be wrong. I think that's about $6, $6.50 a booster pack. I'll probably work out the calculation later and see that I'm a bit off there. But that looks like good value. There is a promo card in this Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB. There is a promo card, but it's only a Greninja. I'll show you here what it sells for. About $4 American for the promo card. So it's not really a big chase card. No one's really dying to get their hands on that Greninja. But just the ETB, Pokemon Center ETB itself for Celebrations is pretty good value. compared to compared to the other ETBs that we've seen that are a bit of a rip-off so far as the Pokemon Center ones go. $109 for 19 packets. Good pickup. So that's a yes from me for the Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB. That was all a mouthful, guys. Thank you for tuning in. That's 10 Pokemon Center ETBs from the Sword and Shield era compared to the regular ones. Some were a hit, some were a miss. Unfortunately, that Crown Zenith one was a miss. Hopefully it comes back to reality in price, and I would like to pick it up at a better price, but it probably won't anytime soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and I appreciate your support. See you next time on the Chase Card. Bye.